industry. All right. Well, Wendy has filed reports from all around the world, and recently she went deep into the heart of Texas to the set of a movie that's in production now called Hoovey. And it tells the true and inspiring story of how a family learned on their faith, or leaned on their faith and each other. Wendy Griffith has more.
We're here on the set of Hoovey in Waxahachie, Texas. An all-star cast behind me is putting together the real-life story of Hoovey, a young man who overcame incredible odds because of his faith and courage. Director Sean McNamara of Soul Surfer fame once again brings a story of triumph to the big screen. When 16-year-old Eric Hoovey Elliott collapses on the basketball court, doctors discover a life-threatening brain tumor that could derail all of his hopes and dreams. After high-risk surgery, he must relearn life's fundamentals, walking, reading, even seeing clearly. Actor Cody Lindley plays the title role.
I've always wanted to be in an underdog story, and I feel like this is an ultimate underdog sports movie, you know, doing these type of things where I'm walking with the cane. It made me really humble and really want to ask questions and understand his struggle and his way of overcoming it.
Hoovey's real-life parents, Jeff and Ruth Elliott, say they could relate well to the biblical story of Job. During the time Hoovey was sick, their daughter also got very sick. Ruth lost her job, and overwhelming medical bills threatened to undo everything the couple had worked a lifetime to build. Like in Job, even well-meaning Christian friends accused them of not being right with God.
Very good friends that said, "Oh, you must have terrible sin in your life that you're being punished for," just like in the book of Job. And that's why we related so much to that book, because these were Christian friends who go to church with us, and they said, obviously, you've got some,
unresolved sin.
With his family's love and tenacity, as well as his relentless determination to get back on the court, Hoovey surprises everyone, even his parents.
Yeah, there it is.
I believed he would make it back. I didn't think he'd make it back to the level that he did.
And we would look out the window and just wonder, oh my goodness, what have we inspired him to do? But you know, against all odds, and even when the therapy was over, he continued it on his own at home. It's a miracle.
Jeff wrote a book about his son's amazing comeback. After being rejected by more than 100 publishers, he self-published, but didn't sell many copies. 5 years later, Jeff and Ruth got a call out of the blue that someone wanted to make a movie about their story.
You know, it's pretty amazing how it's all come together. So many times that we just literally gave up and we said, God, if this is to happen, you're going to have to take over. And every single time he did. When I gave up, he took over.
We arrived on the set the day they were filming a dramatic car accident scene. Actor Patrick Warburton of Seinfeld and Family Guy fame plays Hoovey's father, firefighter Jeff Elliott. He says it was inspiring to have the real Jeff, who is one of the extras, on the set.
Yeah, it's fun. And at the end it takes like it goes, you would have done it? I did it differently.
He also says his mother is very happy he's in a faith-based movie for a change.
She was thrilled, just beside herself.
Actress Lauren Holly, a well-known face from movies and television and real-life mother of 3 boys, plays Hoovey's mother, Ruth.
When I read the script, I cried more than once, and I just really wanted to be a part of it. And then, now that I've gotten to know Ruth, we're going to be friends forever.
The real-life Hoovey learned to read again, dribble, and not only play basketball again, but went on to receive a scholarship to play college ball, where he scored 30 points and a winning shot in a regional game.
I realized that I was so close to not having this life, and every day is a gift from God, and you really need to cherish it. Just love on your wife, love on your kids. That's what I try to do.
Wendy, what a great story.
And I love when it's based on true life, because you can't do better than true life. And what Ruth said that I'll never forget, she said, when everything is going, if everything can go wrong, then everything can go right.
Yeah.
And of course, Job saw that, and he got everything back in the end. And so that's what happened to them. They have a real fairy tale story now.
Well, don't you hate these well-meaning Christians that say, well, this must be sin in your life? I mean, I served on a task force on victims of crime. and we were, interviewing various police departments and so forth. And the terrible thing was that some of these Christian counselors would go to a victim and say to that victim who'd just been raped or beaten or, robbed or whatever, so there must be some sin in your life. I mean, it was just as if to say, I've already had this tragedy, now God's against me. I mean, it was just horrible. These people don't know what they're talking about, and they shouldn't be allowed to.
Just the opposite of what Jesus would have said.
Exactly. But Job's friends, there must be something wrong. You wouldn't be having this trouble. Well, that wasn't what happened.
Well, now they got a book deal and a movie deal, and they're becoming famous. So
is he still playing college ball? Is still?
No, that was years ago. No,
was it years ago?
But he did play college ball and scored like the winning point in this real tight game.
Okay.
And I mean, all of his basketball dreams came true.
Well, it's a beautiful story. We look forward to seeing it. Okay.